Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here, and
I had a special request from Sherry to make earrings to match the heart bracelet. I'll link up that tutorial below. I'm using 18 gauge artistic copper wires, 6mm miracle beads, looping pliers, small round nose pliers. I have flush cutters, double flush cutters, tweezer nose pliers, and some nylon jaw pliers. I'm going to start with about 4 inches of 18 gauge artistic wire, and I'm going to make a little loop halfway through the wire. From there, I'll use a slightly larger part of the looping pliers to make the top of the heart. So we're going to bring one side around into a circle and then bring the other side around the same size. Try to make them symmetrical. You can wiggle them around a little bit to make sure they match. And we're going to bring that wire right around on either side. So just bring it right around, make sure it's even, and then we'll get our flush cutters. These are the Xuron flush cutters. We're going to bring it around to the other side and clip it flush. Give it a good little sharp clip and then press the little pokey ends down. You can use the nylon jaw pliers to press it a little bit more. Get those ends right in, make sure it's even, give it a good little press, flip it over, press it again, and just give it a little squeeze. It'll harden up the wire a bit and make it more even. You can also hammer it a little bit with a hammer and a steel block. Flip it over, just hammer it very, very gently, and you don't want to hammer too hard on the intersection of the wire. So there's our heart component, and now we're going to get another piece of wire and clip it flush, and with the smallest part of the looping pliers we're going to bring the wire around into a little loop and then bend it straight up. So now we're going to put on our 6mm miracle bead, and we're going to clip the end to about 1/2 inch, take the pliers and bring it back and around. So we have a loop on either side of the bead perpendicular to each other. So now we're going to get another wire and clip it flush, again with the small part of the looping pliers. We're going to bring one end around into a little loop, and then we're going to make it like a little infinity sign. We're going to make another loop right beside it and bring the wire straight up in between the two loops. You can squeeze it with the nylon jaw pliers, flip it over, give it another little squeeze, and then we're going to put on our 6mm miracle bead. From there we'll cut it to about 1/2 inch above the bead and get our looping pliers again, hold it firmly, and then hold the bead, bring it out and around to make a loop that is centered above the bead. And you'll see these loops are all parallel to each other. So now we're going to make a bunch of jump rings. You can use 20 gauge copper wire for this, and using the looping pliers, the second to smallest size, we're going to bring the wire around into a coil. And then we're going to get our double flush cutters and just clip it. You can also use a jewelry saw to make a nice even cut on the coils to make jump rings. So just make as many as you are going to need. Just keep clipping until you have enough of the jump rings. Now we're going to attach the components. So hold your piece and add a jump ring, connect the heart, and close up that jump ring. Make sure it's nicely closed, and then get another jump ring for the other side, and then we're going to hook on the heart and close up that jump ring. Give it a good little pinch. Make sure the jump ring is closed. So we have those two pieces together, and then we're going to open up the other component that we made and hook it onto the bottom of the heart and close it up. And there we have three pieces that are attached together. So now I'm going to make some hooks. I'm just using 20 gauge copper wire. You should use a wire that's hypoallergenic to make the earring hooks. And we're just going to bring the wire around into a little loop, and then we're going to stack the two wires together and bring it around with the looping pliers to form the hooks. So they're the same size, and then we're going to bring the end out on a bit of an angle and we'll clip it flush. You should also file those ends to make them smooth. Now we're going to open up the hook and put on our little earring. And there we have the pair of dangling earrings, or you can make them simpler just with one bead on each one.
So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.